जय गिरिवरधारी
यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यमुनतीरावनचारी
यमुनतीरावनचारी
जय राधमाधव जय कुञ्जबिहारी
जय राधा माधवा जय कुञ्ज विहारी
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय
जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय
जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की
जय
गुरु महाराज की
जय
जय। वीरेंद्रराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय
जय। शिवगण कृष्णदास प्रभु जी की जय।
जय
All glories to assembled devotees.
श्री
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna. Thank you all devotees once again joining our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we have completed up to verse number to the 30, 5.26.30 we have completed. So today we will start with the verse number 31 onwards. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudire. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तर्भवति नैष्टगी मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुं दीनदारिणं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुमीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahin Dadanti Sabadandiham Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udapadagamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Saganarigunadanyadam Dam Sajivam Sadvedam Savadudam Virjan Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalilda Sri Vishakanyadamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyecha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidinamine Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachatya Deshadarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. Thank all devotees once again. Hare Krishna. So we'll start with verse number 31 as usual. Okay, Prabhuji, I'll read the first one. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you.
We can start actually 31 to 35, Prabhu. We can read because there is no purport. So maybe all devotees can read one by one.
I see. Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Anyway, Prabhuji, you have given all already that last week about all the details and
Yes, Prabhu.
we read anyway in detail.
It's all like self-explanatory only, Prabhu. So,
Of the
yeah, we will go up to 35.
Yes. Okay.
ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം വായിച്ചാൽ മതി പ്രഭു.
Sorry, Prabhu?
No, one time we can read. Only one time we can repeat the meaning. Get complete that.
Yeah. One time, I think one time we can recite the verse and one time we can read.
Yes.
Purport. Yeah, because it's okay.
Okay. Okay. So
if you want translation, maybe you can read 2 times and the verse maybe 1 time.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So verse number to start 31. Hare Krishna. Ye tiha vai purushaha purushamedhena yajande yacha striyo nribashun khadandi tamcha te pashava iva nihada yamasadane Yadayanto Rikshoganaha Saunika Iva Swatidina Vadaya Srik Pibandi Nrityandi Chagayandi Cha Rishyamano Yadeha Purushadaha. Krishna. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhijarana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. There are men and women in this world who sacrifice human beings to Bhairava or Bhadragali and then eat their victims' flesh. Those who perform such sacrifices are taken after death to the abode of Yamaraja, where their victims, having taken the form of Rakshasas, cut them to pieces with sharpened swords. Just as in this world, the men-eaters drank their victims' blood, dancing and singing in jubilation. Their victims now enjoy drinking the blood of the sacrifices and celebrating in the same way. Translation once more. There are men and women in this world who sacrifice human beings to Bhairava or Bhadragali and then eat their victims' flesh. Those who perform such sacrifices are taken after death to the abode of Yamaraja, where their victims, having taken the form of Rakshasas, cut them to pieces and sharpened with the sharpened swords. Just as in this world, the man it is drying their victims' blood, dancing and singing in jubilation. Their victims now enjoy drinking the blood of the sacrifices and celebrating in the same way. Hare Krishna. So we'll go to next to, as Praji told, verse number 32. Somebody can volunteer and read. Nadaji's. Anybody?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Nadaji,
Ye
please.
tviha anaga soranye grameva vaisambakairupa srutanu pravisrama bhaya jijivishan sula sutradi shupa protan kridana kataya yatayanti tepi cha pretya yamayatanasu suladishu protatmanah chutrudbhyam चाभिहतः कंकवठादि विक्षेत स्ततस्तिग्म तुंडै आवान्य यमान आत्मशमलं स्मरन्ति. Hare Krishna. Scroll down, Prabhuji. Translation. In this life, some people give shelter to animals and birds that come to them for protection in the village or forest. And after making them believe that they will be protected, such people pierce them with the lances or threads and play with them like toys, giving them great pain. After death, such people are brought by the assistance of Yamaraja to the hell known as Sulaprota, where their bodies are pierced with the sharp needle-like lances. They suffer from hunger and thirst, and sharp-beaked birds such as vultures and herons come at them from all sides to tear their bodies. Torn and suffering, they can then remember the sinful activities they committed in the past. Hare Krishna. Translation once again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. In this life, some people give shelter to animals and birds that come to them for protection in the village or forest, and after making them believe that they will be protected, such people pierce them with the lances or threads and play with them like toys, giving them great pain. After the death, such people are brought by the assistance of Yamaraja to the hell known as Sulaprota, where their bodies are pierced with the sharp needle-like lances. They suffer from hunger and thirst. And sharp-beaked birds such as vultures and herons come at them from all sides to tear at their bodies. Turned and suffering, they can then remember the sinful activities they committed in the past. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So, verse number 33. Somebody can read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Okay. Etviha vai bhutani udvejayanti nara ulbana swabhava yatha dandashukastepi pretya narake dandashukakhe nipatanti yatra nripa dandashukaha panchamukhaha saptamukha upasritya grasanti yatha bileshayan. Translation by Srimad. Those who in this life are like envious serpents, always angry and giving pain to other living entities, fall after death into the hell known as Dandashuka. My dear king, in this hell there are serpents with 5 or 7 hoods. These serpents eat such sinful persons just as snakes eat mice. Those who in this life are like envious serpents, always angry and giving pain to other living entities, fall after death into the hell known as Dandashuka. Dandashuka. My dear king, in this hell there are serpents with 5 or 7 hoods. These serpents eat such sinful persons just as snakes eat mice.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. 34.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji, please.
34. ये तिहवा अन्धा वडकुसुल गुहादिषु भूतानि निरुन्धन्ति तथा तथा मुत्र तेषोपवेश्य सगरेण वह्निना धूमेन निरुन्धन्ति. Translation: Those who in this life confine other living entities in dark wells, granaries, or mountain caves are put after death into the hell known as Avada Nirodhana. There they themselves are pushed into dark wells where poisonous fumes and smoke suffocate them and they suffer very severely. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Page number 35.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Yestva ihava atitin abhyagatan va grihapati asakrit upagata manyar दिदक्षुर त्वपापेन चक्षुष्व निरीक्षते तस्य चापि निरये पावदृष्टरक्षिणि वज्रतुण्ड गृध्रा कनकाक वधाधया प्रसह्योरु Balad Utpadayanti. Translation: Householder who receives guests or visitors with cruel glances as if to burn them to ashes is put into the hell called Paryavartana, where he is gazed at by hard-eyed vultures, herons, crows, and similar birds, which suddenly swoop down and pluck out of his eyes with great force. Purport: According to Vedic etiquette, even an enemy who comes to a householder's home should be received in such a gentle way that he forgets that he has come to the home of an enemy. A guest who comes to one's home should be received very politely. If he is unwanted, the householder should not stare at him with by blinking eyes, for one who does so will be put into the hell known as Paryavartana after death. And there are many ferocious birds like vultures, crows, and herons will suddenly come upon him and pluck out his eyes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, Prabhuji, so
Yes.
we will
Hare
cover this,
Krishna.
and then if there is time, we will proceed again with the survey.
Yes, bro. So actually, I will share one screen. So,
okay, I will stop.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. So it's very interesting to read all this, and very basically what we understand is like we understand this Newton's third law. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. So that is how this material world is functioning. So if you don't read, like, every verse we read, somebody tortures an animal, putting into the cave. He's also put into the cave after the somebody will kill, like these innocent creatures, the same innocent creatures will kill him. So like that, we have to see that this is how our scriptures are telling that we should live a very noble life, mercy, compassionate life, not hurting anybody physically or mentally, any jivatma, not only human beings. Because see, in our there are other also religion followers who are actually compassionate for human beings, but they are not compassionate to the animals. No, they maintain slaughterhouses, they kill them, they eat them, but they are saying only God gives importance to human beings, and all the animals are for my enjoyment. That is actually wrong philosophy. See, our Vedic culture is actually, if you see the scriptures, they are very beautiful. They are telling even if you harm or hurt, like innocent, not human beings, forget about human beings. For human beings, there is severe punishment, more punishment. But if you are actually hurting or harming even the innocent creatures, see, like whatever we read, like how somebody, some birds or animals come for our shelter, and we are actually making them believe, and later we are piercing with lance or threads or play them like toys. Then immediately what happens? We are being put into the different hellish planets we read already last week, 28 type of hellish planets. And one is called Sulaprotha. So the same, our bodies also pierced with sharp needle. See, that means if somebody is following our culture, Vedic culture, especially reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, he will be very compassionate, merciful, not only to human beings, also to the animals. All the jivatmas in this. So, the earth will be a better place because he understands, he gets his knowledge that if I harm anybody, physically or even mentally, because if you see, mentally means, if you go to the verse number 34, 35, see, householder who receives guests or visitors with cruel glances. That is not physical, that is only mental. You can see cruel glances means, we can say partially it is physical. Physical means it's not touching, but cruel glance. You can see more of mental, as if to burn them to ashes. These food. So, in that way, we can see that whatever we do, even Prabhupada writes very beautifully in the purport that even our Vedic etiquette is that even an enemy who comes to a householder home, he should be received in such a gentle way that he forgets that. So that was a very high standard or ideal way how even an enemy should be treated. If you see in Mahabharata also, many places there are instances where sometimes the enemy goes for certain things, but they have been received properly. And Prabhupada also writes that even in the Mahabharata warfare, when the daytime they are fighting, evening they are all like they talk together in normal way. No, they don't maintain that enmity. In the war field, they maintain. And same way like that, if other person is not having weapon, we should not kill him at that time. We should give weapon and then only can fight. So there are like Kshatriya etiquette. The etiquette is followed by Brahmanas, the etiquette followed by Vaishyas, the etiquette followed by Shudras. So like that, if you see the whole, what we are understanding from this reading this fifth canto, especially this Narakaloka, the hellish planets. Yes, so if you go, this what we understand, whatever we do, it will come back to us. If you are helping somebody, we will help. We will get help. And also, like if you are, it is said that if you are teaching somebody, even material subjects, somebody is not able to read, you are helping them to read, you are opening school. Next life, you will get good education. Naturally, intelligence will be very high. You will get very good education. And if you are giving another, you are giving food for many people. The next life, you will not have starvation. You will get enough food. So whatever you give will come multiple times, return back. Good deeds or bad deeds. Okay. So
Yes.
good deeds also you get multiple times. Bad deeds also you get multiple times. That's why hellish planets, you see, the punishment is multiple times. They are piercing, they are throwing in the hot or boiling oil. It is multiple times it will come back. So what lesson we will take from this is uh, anybody, we should know that we should not harm anybody in this,
Anybody.
any jivatma, whether you're a human being or some. If you don't like that person, we can always gently move away. And also with other animals, we should not harm them. For our pleasure, we should not put them into suffering.
Mm.
That is the important point. I think other things, they're all very, very self-explanatory. The different hells are there. And following verses also, I think there are verses up to here. If you go up to 40, 40 or yes, 40, 40 is there. So Prabhupada is writing. And similarly, this other hells are also mentioned. What activity will do? Same way. If you put somebody inside a cave, some like put them into some kind of restricted this one, then we will also be put into a hell called like cave. So whatever according to the sin activity do, accordingly there is a specific hell where we will be put into punishment. So this is a kind of warning, and of course devotees are not going to perform like this, but still something if we know that we should be very careful that if you don't want suffering, we should not give suffering to any living entity. Simple concept. If you don't want pain, don't give pain to anybody. So that's the thing. So of course we will continue those verses again following tomorrow. But again, there is not much to explain in those things because if we read, we can understand what our Prabhupada is also mentioning. So for now we will discuss, we are going to complete this 5th canto. So we will see the whole structure of this 5th canto as a summary study so that, we can just recap whatever we have discussed so far for so many months so that we understand what is this 5th canto is all about.
Very good, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Welcome. So this is from Bhagavata Subodhini only I have taken this one. Okay, so Canto 5 is actually describing about two topics. That is, one is the descendants of Priyavarta Maharaj. That is described in 5th, this one, like chapter number 1 to 15, right? And Asthanam, Bhagavatam discusses about 10 topics, right?
Yes.
Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam, Poshanam, Manvantara, like that. Ishanukata, and Nirodha, like that. Okay, now that Sthanam means place of residence, where we reside. Because see, all these planetary systems are actually Sthanam. So 16th chapter to 26th chapter is discussing about Sthanam, where descendants of Priyavarta Maharaj is discussed from 1st chapter to 15th chapter. So you can see here, part A is descendants of Priyavarta Maharaj, that is 1 to 15. And part B is geography of this universe. So here, if you see how this is continuing from the 4th canto, 5th canto, 4.31.26 to 27, Sukadeva Goswami spoke about Priyavarta's renunciation. Priyavarta Maharaj was a spiritually elevated person, renunciation. And again, he is telling that he accepted the kingdom for material enjoyment. Then naturally question comes, how a person renounced, he is actually accepting material positions, like he is becoming a king ruling. That is because of the request of Lord Brahma for procreation. So that is why you are seeing that question 1, 5.1.1, why Priyavarta Maharaj remained in household life although he is self-realized? It is a question asked. Then answer is given by Sukadeva Goswami. Priyavarta Maharaj sought Narada's lotus feet, but Brahma convinced him to accept the kingdom because Manu was retired. Manu retired to the forest and there is nobody to take care of the kingdom. So Lord Brahma, because he is in charge for the, creation. So he want to maintain that creation with proper progeny. So he requested Priyavarta Maharaj, please come and accept the kingdom because Swayambhava Manu already retired and there is nobody to take care of the. So because of he's a great Mahajana, Priyavarta Maharaj cannot refuse his request. So he prayed to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and then he accepted to rule the kingdom again, even though he was renounced earlier. So here you can see Priyavarta Maharaj ruled the kingdom, created. Then Priyavarta Maharaj, what he wants, he created 7 islands in the Bhumandal. Because the sun is coming only one side. He want throughout light for his kingdom. So he is taking his chariot and he is creating these islands, 7 islands that is in the Bhumandala. Bhumandala, as you know, it is like a disk. So 50%, 360 degree, you can see 180 degree, sun is the other side. This 180 degree, he is making this one as a tract of land, Bhumandala. But of course, that the tract of land is actually like a circle in the disk, like one circle, second circle, third circle, like that. So, and from his 2 wives, he has got 13 sons. So Priyavarta Maharaj has 2 wives and he had total 13 sons. So that names are given, Agnidhara, etc. After that 3 become Manus, after 13. 3 taken renounced order of life. Okay, so 3 plus 3, so, see 7 plus 3 plus 3, 13 total. So 7 for this Bhumandala, that 7 tract of land is ruled by 7 Dvipas, which is actually all the 7 children taken the 7 tract of land, which is created by Riyavarta Maharaj. So that is being ruled 7, that's called 7 Dvipas. Okay, and then regarding his children, see Agnidhara ruled Jambudvipa and married Purvachiti. Okay, so this is again the descendants of Priyavrata Maharaj. So Agnidhara is one of the son of Priyavrata Maharaj. He ruled Jambudvipa and he married Purvachiti. And he had 9 sons. And 9 sons, who are the 9 sons? Nabi and 8 others who ruled the 9 Varshas. Within that Dvipa, see 9 Dvipas are there. Within the Dvipa, there are 9 Varshas. Or 9 Varshas who ruled 9 Varshas of Jambudvipa. Especially we are actually in the Jambudvipa. Jambudvipe, Bharata Varshe, Bharata Kande, like that, there is a sloka. Okay, so Nabi did sacrifice to get son like Supreme Lord. So Lord appeared as a son of Nabi. See here, we are exactly coming to Nabi. From Agnidhara, we are coming to Nabi. And Nabi requested, did a sacrifice to get same son like Supreme Lord. And Lord appeared as a son of Nabi. That is, who is that? Rishabhadev. And Rishabhadev was very, very powerful personalities. We have Rishabhadev teachings in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam, where he is giving, before handing over his kingdom to his children, 100 children he is having. The elder one is Bharat Maharaj. So he is giving lot of teachings. Nyayam deho deho bhajam nirloke kashtan kaman arasi vidbhujange tapo dibbam putra kayena satyeta sudyam yasmat brahma sokyam tu anantam. So that is the first instruction he is giving to his children. And he is giving so many instructions like that. Pumsa, Striya, Maitunivam. So many instructions are there. All are very, very spiritually powerful instructions, especially telling that we should not be so much attached to the material enjoyment. Tapasya is very important in human form of life because Yasmat Brahma Saukyam to Ananda, because we can get so much unlimited happiness by practicing tapasya or spiritual life. Because we are not the body, we are spirit soul. Like that he is telling. And the qualities of Rishabhadev, you can see here, 4th chapter, 4 to 6 actually, 4 to 6 qualities. When you see 5.3 means a chapter, 5th canto, 3rd chapter. 5.4 to 6, the qualities of Rishabhadev, his rule, marriage, sacrifices. Everything is mentioned there. And Rishabhadev teachings is 5.5.5. 5th canto, 5th chapter starts the Rishabhadev teaching to his sons. Here you can see at the bottom, 5.5. The sons on Bhagavata Dharma, Brahmanas, utility of human form of life. And finally, Rishabhadev's renunciation is given in the 5th canto, 5th chapter. But however, Rishabhadev neglected mystic powers to teach yogis not to trust the mind, and his glories and disappearance is in 5th canto, 7th chapter. And Rishabhadev's 100 sons, Bharat Maharaj and others, they all ruled the kingdom. And you know, Bharat Maharaj, he also was very elevated soul. And last, he also renounced like his father. But he went to the forest and he got attached to the deer. So that is there, Maharaj, Bharat Maharaj, 5.7 to 15. And 5.7.9, his 3 lives are given. You know, first Bharat Maharaj, because he's attached to deer, then he becomes as a deer in the next life. That is 2nd life. The 3rd life, he appears as Jada Bharat. Yeah. And then 5.7, Bharat Maharaj rule, marriage and sacrifices, and retirement to Pulaha Ashrama. That is 7th chapter. And then 5.8, Bharata got attached to the deer and took birth as a deer in the next life, in 5.8. And lamented and gave up the deer body. Then 5.9, his next birth as Jada Bharat, Bharata, son of Brahmana, acted like a madman. And Kali protected him from the dacoits. Because now we read today one verse that how there are certain humans who give Narabali. Means they will give sacrifice of human beings to Kali. Right. Similarly, when the Jada Bharat was taken, because he was very dull and dumb, they taken him for giving Narabali. So, but Kali, Mother Kali, she protected because he was an elevated devotee of the Lord. She personally, Durga Devi, she protected from the dacoits when they tried to sacrifice him. That is 5.9. Then you can see 5.10 to 14, where Jada Bharat is actually carrying the palanquin of the king. So that one is actually telling the teachings of Jada Bharat. Yeah. King Raghugana, you know, Raghugana, there is a discussion between Raghugana and Jada Bharat. Carrying his palanquin, And you can see 5 to 10, 14, the main chapter, teaching of Jadabharat. In that subsection is, you can see that two parts are there. King Raghugana makes Jadabharat carry his palanquin and chastises him for walking improper way. Raghugana is disturbed because the palanquin is not properly carried. And he is telling, who is this dull guy? He is not carrying palanquin. That time Jadamara is instructing the king Raghugana that we are not the body, we are spirit soul, to whom you are chastising. I will not be disturbed by your chastising. Like that, then the king will understand that he is not a normal person, he is an elevated sadhu. Then he starts getting instruction from Jadabharat and pardon and inquires more. This is 5.10. And 5.11 to 12, Bharata explains about the nature and function of the mind and deliverance of the conditioned souls and the falsity of the material world and glories of Satsanga. Very important point. Here also Rishabhadev says, Mat Seva Mahur Umiktesu Tamoderam Yositam Sangi Sangha. Rishabhadev also says, somebody who is actually getting attracted to a sadhu and serves a sadhu, the doors for liberation is already automatically opened for him. But those who are associating with the people who are so much addicted to wine and women, if you associate with them, the doors to the hell is already open. So both are mentioned. Tamodoram, Yositam, Sangi Sangha. Mat Sevam, Ahur Vimuktaisa. So if somebody is getting attachment to a sadhu or attachment or is getting desire to serve a sadhu, genuine sadhu, because nowadays in the sadhu name, so many people are cheating. If you get a desire to serve a sadhu, bona fide spiritual master, that means already you got the mercy of the Lord and your doors for liberation is already opened. So that is Rishabhadev is saying. Same here also saying the glories of Satsanga. Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha Sarvasiddhi. So that is there. And 13 to 14, forest of material enjoyment. Because this allegorical story of the merchant that is discussed how when we come into this material world, how we are actually inclined for material enjoyment and we are getting entangled into this material world because of our enjoying propensity. So this is all complete Priyavarta Maharaj and descendants of Priyavarta Maharaj. So we see that Priyavarta Maharaj, how he had this 13 sons, and of that the 3 got renounced and 3 became Manus, and 7 started ruling the 7 islands. And within that 7 islands, specifically, Sukadeva Goswami is talking about Jambudvipa, and specifically Jambudvipa is saying because it's given more about Nabi and Rishabhadev, and then Bharat Maharaj, then Jadabharat, and then King Raghugana, and Jadabharat discussion, and all those things up to 5.15. Bharat Maharaj descendants are described, includes his famous Gaya and his rule and devotion. So this is part A of Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, from chapter 1 to chapter 15. Second part is actually Sthanam. Sthanam means where we are all residing, that is called Sthanam, place or residence. That is from 16 to 26, the geography of the universe, where we will have a big display of the TOP about this, the position and location of the planetary systems. So geography of the universe, 16 to 26. Parishit Maharaj heard about Priyavarta creating 7 islands of Bhumandala in 5.1.30. So he's asking a question, explain me the dimensions of the islands and oceans of Bhumandala. So now, as in the beginning he asked question, again he's asking a question about explain me the dimension of the islands and oceans of Bhumandala and structure of the universe. So that is a question raised, and then in the 5.16.1.2 and 3. And then Jambudvipa is explained 16 to 19 chapter, 3 chapter 16, 17, 18, 19, 4 chapters Jambudvipa. And then 16 to 17, 2 chapters, description and dimensions of Jambudvipa and Mount Sumeru, which is in the center of the Jambudvipa. Say Jambudvipa. Jambudvipa is in the center. Near the Jambudvipa, the center only, the Mount Meru is there. Next to Jambudvipa is the next Dvipa, the circle. Like the concentric circles are there, 7 islands. And between the 7 islands, there are 7 oceans. Milk Ocean, Sugarcane Ocean, Liquor Ocean, like that. And the Sumeru is in the center. And the Ganga is coming from the upper planetary system. It is falling in the center of the Sumeru and branch into 4 branches. And then falling down into the Jambudvipa from the top of the Mount Sumeru. And then going into the other tract of lands and islands. And then 18 to 19, 2 chapters is prayers by the residents of the 9 Varshas. So each Varshas, there are residents, same like we have our planet. There are also residents other planets. they are glorifying the specific deities, presiding deity in that Varsha. That is 18 to 19. And the glories of Bharata Varsha, which is our place, is also described in chapter 18 and 19, 2 chapters there. And then we go to the 10th to 20th chapter, which is describing about the description of islands of Bhumandala, Lokaloka mountain. So the border is described, the Lokaloka mountain, which is the border, the Aloka Varsha, Lokaloka mountain, beyond which there is no sunrise will be there. And then after that, completed, then 21 to 22 is 2 chapters, which is describing about the movements of sun, Uttarayana, Dakshinayana, like that, and the movement of the sun and moon. Also, not only movement, also the glories of sun and moon also is described by Sukadeva Goswami in 21, 22. And also the other planets like Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, and all this planetary system, the 28 nakshatras, Saptarishis, planets, Saptarishis planet, and then where is this Dhuraloka is a center of reference for the sun. And from the center of axis, Dhuraloka, the sun is moving in a single chariot. And all the planetary systems is actually described in the 21 to 22. Then 23 to 25, to 23, 24, 23 chapters, the glories of Dhuraloka planet, because Dhuraloka is the center of axis, which is also actually the abode of Shuradakshai Vishnu. So that is being mentioned, glories of Dhuraloka planet, and description of Sisumar. Sisumar means the inverted dolphin. So which is actually, if you see the sages when they are meditating, they are seeing all this planetary system together as like a dolphin, inverted dolphin, all this planetary system. So within the Sisumara planetary system, it is described where is the sun located, where is moon, where is this nakshatras, like in the tail of the dolphin, this is there, the nose of the dolphin, this is there, like that. Sisumara lower and higher planetary system. And finally, the important chapter is there, the glories of Lord Ananta, because Lord Ananta is holding this entire universal system on his head, and where this planetaries are there, and the Ananta, how he is holding all this like a mustard seed on the head of the 1,000-headed Lord Ananta, who is none other than the expansion of Lord Balaram. And then we come to the 26th chapter. Today, actually, we are discussing 26th, last chapter, where it is describing about where are these hellish regions. So Sukadeva Goswami is describing about the 28 hellish planetary system with the names and their location, which is below the Pitriloka, and above this, above the Ananta Sesh and below the Pitriloka, this 28 planetary system is there, and this 28 planetary system name is called as Narakaloka. Together, common name is actually Narakaloka. And within that Narakaloka, actually, there are each hellish planet names are given. Raurava, like this. And why this hell is there? And what kind of punishment is given in this hell? And who is transferred to this hell? What kind of sin, if a living entity will do, then they are transferred. Of course, animals are not put into the hell because there is no karma for them. Only human beings. Also, I read somewhere people who take children who die, they don't go to hell. And women also, when they die, they don't go to hell. They take the next body directly. But the male, especially male, they are only doing a lot of sin. The male body. So the male only, they are taken to the hell. I read somewhere, I think, like that. The woman and children, they are not going there. But the same woman, if they are taking male body next time and they will do any sinful activity, then they will be taken. But from the woman body, they don't go there. Somewhere I read like that. Children also. So, and animals also not taken there because there is no karma for them. They act by their instinct. There is no free will, no choice for them. But for us only, we know we can do good or we can do bad. So when we know it is wrong and we steal others' property, we go for like try to capture other men, wife, or try to take others' property, or put some animals into pain, or like that, whatever kind of sin we do, drink, people eat meat, people take liquor. So, Dhyutam Panam Striya Suna, Yatra Chaturvida Adharma. When anybody is engaged in the adharmic activities, which is described in the Bhagavatam, 4 adharmic activities. Dhyutam Panam Striya Suna, intoxication, meat eating, illicit sex, and gambling. Somebody will engage in this, then they will directly they are sent to hellish planetary for suffering. And again, here we know in our scriptures, hell is not a permanent place. It is a place of punishment and reformation. So after the punishment is given, the Jivatma is sent back to the Karma Bhumi. Sometimes maybe there are sinful act as well as pious act. So sometimes they may suffer in the hell, then they will go to heaven also to enjoy. But finally, again after finishing, Shine Punye Martyaloga Mishanti. So wherever they go, once that quota is completed, they will be transferred back to the earthly planet to continue their karma. But when we are performing devotional service, that is called as akarma. So then we don't get any reaction. What is akarma? Basically, we are doing service to the Lord and to the devotees. And how we do the service to the Lord is by chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. If you chant regularly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, that is akarma. And also we offer the food to the Lord. We perform arati to the Lord. And whatever the Lord says, we will follow. That is called as dharma. Dharma to sakshat bhagavat pranitam. What is dharma? The instructions given by the Lord are actually dharma. And where Krishna has given this instruction? He has given this instruction in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So if you are following that, then we don't get any reactions. We neither go to heaven nor go to hell, but we go back to home, which is called as spiritual world, which is called as Vaikunta or Golakavrindan, which is our original abode, where there is no suffering for the Jivatma. There is no suffering which we experience in the material world like Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. There is no birth, there is no death, there is no old age, there is no disease, and there is no these three miseries called Adhyatmika Klesha, misery due to one's own body and mind, Adi Bhautika Klesha, misery due to other living entities, Adi Devika, misery due to demigods. So that place is called as Vaikunta, or the place which is free from miseries and anxieties. So somebody is doing karma, is again coming to this material world. Somebody is doing akarma, is promoted to the spiritual world. And somebody who is performing vikarma, prohibited or sinful actions, he is sent to the hellish planetary systems. So with that, this canto is completing. Then when this 26th chapter, Sukadeva Goswami, Parishit Maharaj is hearing, he is getting so much disturbed. And he is asking a question in the beginning of 6th canto, how a Jivatma can escape all this hellish suffering from the hellish planetary system. Then Sukadeva Goswami is teaching about the pastime of Ajamil pastime, saying that if anybody will take sincerely the shelter of the holy name, then he can be protected from going to this hellish planetary system. So that is how 6th canto will begin now. So that we can discuss. I will share this one in this 5th canto snapshot I will share. Then we can see here, then 6th canto, we can see question 1 will ask, how could people be saved from entering hellish place, as described by Sukadeva Goswami 5.26. Then Parishit rejects Sukadeva Goswami proposal of karma, atonement and everything. Then Sukadeva Goswami explains that bhakti as a solution glorifies bhakti. Even sinful persons who absorb their mind, the Lord do not see a Madhuta example, the Ajamil story. That we can see in the coming week. And I think there are few more verses. I think by this week you can complete this 26th chapter. Few more verses are there. With that you can complete. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Bol. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Bol. Thank you very much.
So this is there, and so when we see an overview, then we can easily remember what we discussed, what we will get remember.
This 5 alone you can post it, Guruji. I mean
yeah. One canto finishes. Now 5th canto I will post. Okay, if you want, I can post. You want the previous cantos also, I will post. Then once when 6th canto finish, you will see them. Because now, yeah. Otherwise, I will post the entire, you can refer also. No, I can post the entire document. So you can refer it. Because the earlier cantos also, if you want to go through. So those things also you can see.
When you are getting all of them together, you are scared. When we will complete this project? That is
yes, but I think, bro, if you see the overview, then you can get a good idea. You will get good idea.
We have reached up to 50, and it is a great achievement. And
yes, Haribol. It's Krishna's mercy, Guru Maharaj's mercy.
Yes, of course.
And also your continuous initiative. You're regularly reading, so devotees are able to assemble and
And
So
all the
thank-
devotees participating, those who are at the 100 times, thank you for all of them. So,
And Prabhu, I'll share this document. So all the devotees who are there in the group, they can go through first
yeah.
canto, second canto, because every canto only one page is there. The whole overview is there. So we can go through. So we will get the idea whatever we read so far.
Yeah, okay. I don't know any what are in the next.
You print it, Prabhu. You print it. So easy to, instead of seeing online, no? If you
Yes,
print it, it's actually, I think, how many pages? It is actually 21 pages only.
that's all. Okay.
So
Very
you can print it. So if you print, no, A3 or something, then you can go through.
Yes. Thank you very
And
much.
you can understand the flow. You can understand the flow. See, now there is a flow, right? Now, immediately, the Parikshit Maharaj is asking question, how to escape the hell. Now, hell is completed. And immediately he's asking how to escape from the hell. Then immediately Ajamil pastime comes. Similarly, and the fourth canto also, if you see, there is a link. Why the Priyavrata Maharaj and why the geographical, there is a link between each cantos also. So that also, if you see this chart, you can understand what is the link between the previous canto and the current canto.
Current one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Can you please share that, Prabhu, so that
Sure,
can
sure.
keep
I'll share it.
print out.
I'll share it.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Great.
Prabhu, you would like to share something? You want to?
Yes, Mataji also is there. So anyway, Mataji, Guruji, anybody?
Vima wants to say something.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhu. Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, for the nectarian class. Prabhu, just want to share some important sloka in fifth canto.
Sure.
It is from book Bhagavata Ratnamala by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Some important slokas in fifth canto.
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute.
5.5.1.
Wait, 1 second, Prabhu. Give me 5 minutes, Prabhu. You can continue. I'll take it.
You have soft copy or you have hard copy?
Mataji is going to share.
That Rishabhadev teachings, Guru, all the sources are also very important. Nyayam, Deho, Deho, 5.5.1. Because that verse is having all the complete essence of the scripture. Because he's saying Nyayam, Deho, Deho, Bhajam, Nirloke, Kashtan, Kaman, Arhasi, Vidbhujang. Means telling you are not the body. You are spirit soul. And do not work like animals. They are also Kashtan, Kaman, Arhasi, Vidbhujang. Even a stool eating pig gets a material enjoyment. Tapo Dibyam Putra Karyena Satyete Sudyeta. But he's telling, oh my dear children, you have to do tapam, austerity. Because why you have to do? Satya Suddhya means you have to purify your existence by your tapam. Yasmat, then after that you will get Brahma Saukyam. You will get spiritual happiness, which is to Ananta. That is an unlimited happiness you will get. So that whole philosophy is given in that verse 5.5. Mataji is there?
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So one is 5.1.12.
5.1.12.
That is the summary is that the Lord's order cannot be disobeyed.
Dharmam Shastu Sakshat Bhagavad Print, that one Mataji is different.
Na tasya kaschit tabasa vidyaya va. Na yoga viryena manishaya va.
5.1.12.
To 5.1.12. The next sloka is 5.1.35.
5.1.35.
That is, the holy name immediately destroys bondage.
Okay.
That is Naivam Vida Purushakara Urukramasya Pumsantat Angri Rajasa Chitta Sadgunanam Shatgunanam Chitram Vidara Vigada Sagrid Adadita Yen Namadheyam Adunasa Jahadi Bandham.
We will give homework, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu? I didn't hear you, Prabhu.
We'll give homework for this memorizing.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Then the other one is, as you said, 5.5.1.
Yeah. Nyayam Deha Deha Bhajam Nirloke.
Nyayam Deho Deha Bhajam Nirloke. Human life is meant for tapasya. That is the meaning. Austerity. Yeah. Then another one is 5.5.2. Vaishnava Seva opens doors for liberation. Mahat Sevam
Tamodaram.
Dwaram Ahur Vimuktis.
Tamodaram.
Tamodwaram Yoshitam Sangi Sangam. And next is 5.5.4. That is, sense gratification leads to madness and that leads to sin.
What is the sloka, Mataji? Nunam pramarte kurute vikarma.
Pramarte kurute vikarma. Vikarma.
Indriya pritiya apnoti. Nasadum.
Sadhu manyeyada atmanoyam asanabi kleshada
Asadeha.
The next is 5.5.5.
Yeah.
One is defeated without spiritual inquiry.
Yeah.
5.5. The next is 5.5.8.
What is the sloka, Mataji? 5.5.5.
5.5. Parabhavastavat abodhajado yavanna jijnasata atmatattvam. Yavat kriyastavat idam manovai karmatmakam yena sharira bandha.
5.5.5.
5.5.5.
Description, what is one is defeated.
One is defeated without spiritual inquiry. As long as you does not inquire about the spiritual life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries. Next one is 5.5.8. That is, male-female attraction causes material excess.
Pumsastriya maitri
bhavameta. Next is 5.5.18. Delivering dependence is the duty of a superior.
Pita nasascha, that one? Janani
Guru nasasyat
Guru.
janona sasyat.
Okay.
Next is 5.6.4. That is, don't make friendship with the unchaste mind. And next sloka also 5.6.5. That is, never trust the mind. That is the root of all anarthas. Kamo manyur madolobha shoga moha bayadaya karma bandhascha yan mula svikuryat ko nutat buddha. So many important slokas. Then 5.6.18. Liberation is bestowed easily, but bhakti is not. Rajan Padir Gurur Alam Bhavatam Yadunam. Then 5.10.17. Fear of offending a devotee.
Okay.
Naham Vishange Suraraja Vajran. That's sloka.
Okay.
Then 5.12.12. Devotee's mercy is the only way to realize Lord. 5.12.12.
Okay.
Then 5.13.22. Devotees association gives bhakti.
Okay.
And 5.18.4. The Lord's Maya bewilders even the learned. Then 5.18.12. All good qualities manifest in a devotee. Yes, yes. Bhakti Bhagavati Akinchana. Then 5.19.4. Lord Rama is perceived through pure consciousness.
Okay.
Then 19.7. No prerequisite for Lord Rama's friendship.
Okay.
Then 19.12. Unattached, pure witness for everything. Pure witness of everything. Then 19.24. A devotee's place of interest. Or what is the interest of a devotee? And 19.27. Shelter at the Lord's lotus feet satisfies all desires.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That are the
Thank you.
important sloka given here in this Bhagavata Ratnamala.
Okay, okay. Nice. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing that.
Thank
At
you.
least,
Hare
even if you cannot memorize, at least we can read these slokas again and meditate on the
Yes,
meaning of
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can be memorized, but even at least if you go through the same slokas, important slokas, at least we capture the meaning or essence of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mother. Prabhu, any devotees have anything to add?
I think there's Sadhana Guruji or Sarvada Mataji, anything? Sarvada Mataji left. Okay.
Okay.
Guruji, nothing. I think Guruji.
Okay. Prabhu, today there will be no Chaitanya Charitamrita class because today evening the visiting devotee class is there in Mayapur Hall.
Okay. I didn't see.
Yeah, I think we not have regular.
Chaitanya Charitamrita class. I see. Okay.
Yes, yes. We have there's Vishnu Chitta Prabhu here.
Yeah. Fridays.
Yeah. So it's 2 days.
Link will be there. Anything? If share.
Yeah, definitely. I will share, Prabhu. I will share the link. There definitely link will be there.
Yes.
So that will be evening class 7 to 8:30, Mayapur Hall. So we'll share the link also. I'll share in the Nityam Bhagavad Seva. I'll share the link.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. So then thank you all.
Thank you. So we'll
share the Prabhu. I'll share. Yeah. Okay. Share.
We'll
Stand for all the assembled devotees.
As well as all the devotees who are present today. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.